Have you ever asked yourself if there's a hidden truth to deeply satisfying a woman, something only experienced men seem to grasp? In this video, we're unpacking the psychology of female pleasure, uncovering powerful insights and techniques that can elevate your intimate life. More importantly, we're breaking down the common mistakes most men make, not just in the bedroom, but emotionally and mentally too. Stick around until the end, because we'll be sharing real, actionable strategies that could completely shift the way you connect with your partner, creating a stronger, more fulfilling relationship. And before we jump in, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, now's the perfect time. Hit that button and tap the bell so you never miss out on new content. Your support makes a big difference. And if you find this video helpful, give it a thumbs up to help us reach more people with this message. I'd love to hear what you think about this topic. If you believe real intimacy goes far beyond the physical, drop a 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. Let's open the floor for real conversation. Now, let's begin. Younger men often confuse pleasure with performance. They chase speed, endurance, or trendy moves. But seasoned men get it. Pleasure is rooted in presence, in confidence, in self-mastery. A woman's arousal begins well before any physical moment. It's in how you see her, how you touch her, and more importantly, how you make her feel. What women deeply desire is emotional safety and certainty. When they feel a man who is truly connected, their body responds naturally. That's why confidence and emotional steadiness are so magnetic. Women aren't looking to lead the dance of intimacy. They want to surrender to a partner who is centered, grounded, and fully present. A man who's unsure, who hesitates, who looks to her for constant reassurance, will never ignite that primal attraction. But a man who knows his worth and radiates calm strength, the kind of energy that says, "I've got you," will instantly put her at ease. Real confidence isn't about ego or showmanship. It's about quiet certainty. When a man walks with purpose, holds eye contact with ease, and speaks with clarity and calm, women notice. They feel it. Right now, how much do you truly understand the power of attentive listening and patience in making a man unforgettable? Most men listen simply to reply. Mature men, though, they listen to understand, and that single difference changes everything. Think back to the last time a woman opened up to you. Maybe she shared her day, her stress, her dreams. Were you fully engaged, or just waiting for your turn to talk? When a woman feels that a man is completely present, not lost in his phone, his thoughts, or his ego, she feels recognized. And when a woman feels recognized, she feels safe enough to reveal her heart. That's the magic of presence, of calm, grounded confidence, and it matters deeply, both emotionally and physically, in your intimate connection. This means slowing down, not rushing, tuning into her breath, her reactions, her shifts in energy. A man who takes his time, who explores with curiosity instead of haste, becomes unforgettable. Women are always speaking, even when they're silent. The way she turns her head, the way her body shifts, how her eyes linger, these are messages, clues, but the problem is, most men miss them. A woman may not directly ask you to slow down, but she might pull away just slightly. She may not say she loves what you're doing, but she'll draw closer, breathe deeper, or subtly guide you. Mature men pick up on those subtle shifts. They understand that intimacy isn't just about action, it's about reaction. It's not about doing things to her, it's about tuning into her, adjusting in real time. That's the difference between a man she likes and a man she longs for. And yet, so many overlook the deeper layers of female pleasure. They zero in on one area, chasing results, but the female body is rich with unexplored pleasure points. True lovers know it's not just about where you touch, it's about how you touch. It's in the anticipation, the nuance, the slow rise. A woman's body thrives on tension and release, not just technique. Mature men play with timing, temperature, and tone. They listen to the body like it's a song, and that melody is unique every time. So let's rewrite the old script. Technique alone isn't the key. Real pleasure, that's a full body, full soul experience, Many men believe there's some magic move that guarantees satisfaction, but the truth is, the secret lies in presence, patience, and the emotional connection behind every touch. Physical stimulation without emotional resonance is empty. When you fuse the two, that's when intimacy becomes unforgettable. Engaging a woman's senses means far more than just mechanical movement. When she's stimulated mentally, emotionally, and physically all at once, her arousal deepens. Instead of zeroing in on one spot, aim to create waves of pleasure that ripple through her entire body. The more senses you engage, the more powerful and lasting the experience becomes, two of the most overlooked areas. The neck and the space just behind the ears, sensory hotspots that spark anticipation. Most men miss them entirely, but the truth is, a soft kiss, a slow caress, or even a breath of warm air in these zones can light up her nervous system. Women often respond more intensely to gentle, teasing sensations than to direct stimulation. Your breath and your voice, they're tools of deep intimacy, speaking softly, calmly, near her ear or exhaling gently on her skin, can build a level of anticipation that words alone can't describe. The secret is in the tone, slow, grounded, confident. If you rush or let nervous energy creep into your voice, the mood breaks. The same goes for touch. Many men move too fast, skipping right to what they think works. But slow, intentional touch is electric. Glide your fingertips along her skin, pause, let the silence stretch. Let her body ache for more. The longer you wait, the more intensely she feels it. That's how you build anticipation. Let's talk about the most misunderstood pleasure point, the clitoris. It holds over 8,000 nerve endings, more than anywhere else on her body, but it's not about pressure or speed. It's about sensitivity, intuition, and response. Some women love light teasing, while others crave a steady rhythm. Pay close attention to her reactions. If she leans in, she's inviting more. If she pulls away, it's time to adjust. Her body is constantly communicating. Are you listening? Mastering the art of teasing and playful buildup is how you truly elevate desire. There's real power in restraint, delaying direct contact and focusing on overlooked areas. The neck, ears, the soft warmth of your breath creates powerful anticipation. Pulling away at just the right moment stokes the fire. Her need for your touch intensifies. Her body becomes more sensitive, her mind more involved. Think back. Have you ever truly noticed how she melts under a soft graze along her neck? If not, you've been missing one of the most potent tools in your arsenal. And here's the problem. Most men are trapped by outdated myths. Misinformation has been passed down for years. Tips that sound right but fall flat in practice. And those myths have left far too many men disconnected from their partner's true desires. Feeling confused, frustrated, or even inadequate in the bedroom, you're not alone. Let's break down the common myths surrounding female pleasure and replace them with real, evidence-backed truth. Myth: deep penetration is the key to satisfaction. Many men believe that the deeper they go, the more pleasure a woman feels. But that's simply not true. Most of a woman's pleasure-sensitive nerve endings are located much closer to the surface. Take the clitoris. It contains over 8,000 nerve endings and is entirely external. That's where the magic begins. Instead of focusing on depth, focus on rhythm, consistency, and sensation. Sure, some women may enjoy deeper penetration, but for most, it's not the path to climax. Techniques like slow buildup, varying pressure, and intuitive touch will always beat depth alone. Myth: faster is better. Thanks to media and movies, many men believe that wild, fast-paced thrusting is what drives women wild. But in real life, most women find that overwhelming, or worse, numbing. What actually builds desire is rhythm, patience, and teasing anticipation. Women's bodies respond best to gradually intensifying sensations. True intimacy isn't about speed. Fast, repetitive motion can dull sensitivity. It's like music. Sometimes it's the slow, sensual beats that stir the deepest emotions, not the chaotic noise. Myth: if she loves me, she'll tell me what she wants. One of the biggest mistakes men make is assuming that if a woman wants something different, she'll just speak up. But most women don't feel comfortable spelling it out. It's not about mistrust. It's often about past experiences. Many have learned to stay quiet, especially if they've been with partners who dismiss their pleasure. Instead of waiting for direct instructions, tune in. Watch her body, feel her breath. Notice how she moves toward or away from your touch. Her body is constantly telling you what words may not. Here's the real advice: slow down, tune in, read her signals, stop relying on old myths and start connecting with her in the moment. Women need time. Rushing short circuits her arousal and creates tension, not openness. Give her space to feel. Let desire build like a slow fire. Every breath, every shift in her body gives you feedback. Is she pulling closer, breathing heavier? That's your cue to keep going, and don't limit yourself to your hands. Your breath, your voice, your eye contact, they all play a role. A soft whisper at the right time, a look that says "I see you," can be just as electrifying as any physical touch. Touch is an art. Don't fall into patterns. Vary the rhythm. Mix soft, slow caresses with more deliberate, firmer strokes. The contrast awakens her senses, keeping her body tuned in and her mind engaged. Predictability dulls excitement. Surprise keeps things electric. Have you ever fallen for one of these myths? If so, drop a yes in the comments, and let's start changing how we think about intimacy for good. Ever wondered what's actually happening in a woman's brain during intimacy? At the peak of pleasure, her mind enters a deeply relaxed state, almost meditative, even trance-like. This isn't just a physical reaction, it's a powerful neurological shift. Her brain releases oxytocin, dopamine, and endorphins. The result? A wave of euphoria, deep emotional connection, and trust. This is why true intimacy isn't just an act, it's a transformational experience. But here's the catch: that level of connection only happens when she feels safe, seen, and fully present. If her partner is rushing, distracted, or overly focused on performance, it disrupts the process. Her body tenses, her mind drifts, and pleasure stays just out of reach. Now think about the emotional arc of a powerful love story. The slow build-up, the subtle touches, the long stares that hold meaning, that's tension, that's emotional seduction, and intimacy works the same way. The longer the build-up, the stronger the release. When a woman is given space to fully climb toward pleasure, her brain begins associating that man with safety, depth, and desire. That's when connection becomes unforgettable. But if intimacy feels rushed, mechanical, or disconnected, it doesn't ignite that same emotional response. Instead, it can feel transactional, and over time that leads to emotional distance and dissatisfaction. The more emotionally safe a woman feels, the more physically open she becomes. Her body doesn't respond to technique alone, it responds to connection. When she feels deeply desired, appreciated, and understood, she relaxes. She becomes more adventurous, more expressive, more in tune with pleasure, and that's not just anecdotal, it's backed by research. Women's capacity for pleasure multiplies when emotional safety is present. Communication and consent, these are the real game changers. Mature men know that intimacy doesn't begin in the bedroom. It starts with how you make her feel outside of it. It's in the way you listen, the way you respond, the way you show her she matters. When a woman feels valued and emotionally secure, that's when she lets go. That's when she fully surrenders to the experience, body, mind, and soul. A woman sheds her inhibitions when she feels deeply understood. When she knows she's with someone who truly gets her, that's when real connection begins. So how do you enhance that connection? Use your eyes, your presence, and your awareness. Eye contact is more powerful than most men realize. When you hold steady, confident eye contact, it tells her, "I see you, I'm with you." That one act alone can elevate the emotional intensity of any moment. Body language matters just as much. If you're stiff, anxious, or distracted, she'll sense it immediately. Instead, move with ease, be relaxed. Let your touch have purpose, gentle but intentional. Your presence speaks louder than words. Emotional security equals physical freedom. A woman becomes more expressive, more adventurous, and more open when she feels safe, emotionally and mentally, and being fully present is the key. If your mind is focused on what's next instead of what's now, she will notice. Every moment of distraction pulls you away from the connection. Stay grounded, respond to her energy, move with her rhythm. That's how intimacy becomes a dance, not a routine. Have you ever noticed how much more powerful an experience feels when there's deep eye contact and emotional connection? Drop a fire in the comments if you know exactly what I'm talking about. When you understand what's happening in her mind and body, you tap into a level of intimacy most men never access. This is what separates the forgettable from the unforgettable. Because pleasure isn't just about technique, it's about connection. Mature men know this. They treat intimacy like an art form, not a checklist. The truth is, women don't just want a man who knows where to touch. They want a man who knows how to make them feel, a man who is present, patient, attentive, a man who creates emotional safety so she can completely let go. This is where real intimacy lies. That's why mature men stand out. They don't rush, they don't guess, they listen, they explore, they pay attention. They take their time to create an experience that feels real, not robotic. And that's what makes them unforgettable. Drop a 1 if you're ready to approach intimacy in a way most men never will. And if this resonated with you, make sure to subscribe. We talk about the real stuff here, the things that actually deepen connection. This is how you evolve. This is how you rise above the noise. And this is how you become the man who truly understands what it means to connect.